Hi everyone, welcome back. My name is Micaela. Today is day 3 of 14 days of balance, and today we're going to be working on forearm stand prep. So we'll be doing a lot of stuff to open and strengthen the shoulders. We'll also play a little bit with kicking up. If you're near a wall and want to play with kicking up all the way, you're welcome to do that as well. As always, I'll be giving options to use 2 blocks, but they're just options, they're not requirements, especially if they don't serve your practice. You can also bring anything else that you'd like with you that might support you. Eventually, when you're ready, finding your way down to your back, as that's where we'll begin. Once you find your back, go ahead and bring the soles of your feet down onto the mat, taking them a little bit wider than your hips, and then letting the thighs and knees kind of lean in towards one another. You might notice what this does to your lower back. You are welcome to close the eyes if you feel safe to do so. And then letting the arms maybe rest on the torso if you'd like a little bit of connection with the self, or maybe releasing the hands out next to the body for a little bit of openness. And taking these first few moments of class together just to come to your breath. Acknowledge your breath and begin to lengthen it, working towards deep and full inhales and exhales. Maybe even taking a couple of sighs to get there. And then as you're ready, slowly begin to windshield wiper the knees right to left. Feeling into the hips, maybe feeling a little bit into the glutes and the sides of the body. Well, then find a good morning stretch, extending the legs long, sweep the arms up and over your head. Take a full breath in. And as you exhale, hugging the knees into chest, give yourself a nice squeeze, maybe rocking a little bit side to side. And then take that rocking motion and begin to rock forward and back along your spine. Taking a couple full rocks forward and back until eventually you find your way up into a bound angle pose. Bringing the soles of your feet together, letting the knees open to the east and to the west. Take an inhale to sit up tall. As you exhale, folding over the legs as far as you'd like. Taking a few rounds of breath here. And then eventually coming up to your seat. If you want to keep your bound angle, you can. If you'd like to cross the legs and find an easy seat, you're welcome to do that as well. With an inhale, we'll reach the arms up to the sky. As you exhale, take a seated twist to the right. Bringing the right hand behind you, the left hand all the way to the right knee. Really wrap the right shoulder onto the back as you sit up tall, taking a full inhale. And stay for the exhale. With an inhale, we'll unwind, reaching up to the sky. As you exhale, twisting to the left. Same thing, left hand behind you, right hand all the way to the left knee, inhaling to sit up tall and staying for your exhale. With an inhale, unwind and reach up. As you exhale, bringing hands down through heart center. Reaching the right arm up towards the sky, bending into the right elbow. Reach the left hand for the right elbow and gently guide that right hand as far as feels good for the shoulder, for the side of the body. Take a full breath in, sit up nice and tall. And as you exhale, release the right palm down outside your hip and reach up and over through that left side body. Inhale to reach through the fingers, rooting that left sit bone, staying for the exhale. With an inhale, we'll come up through center. And exhale, palms through heart center. Switching the cross of your legs. We'll take all of that on the other side. With an inhale, the arms up. Exhaling, twisting to the right. Full breath in. Full breath out. One more. With an inhale, unwind, reach up. And exhale to twist to the left. Left hand behind you, right hand, left knee. Couple rounds of breath here. Inhale to come back through center, reach up. And exhale, palms through heart center. This time reaching the left arm to the sky, bending into the elbow, bringing the palm to the upper back. Right hand to left elbow to guide that hand as far as feels comfortable. Breathing into that side body. And then as you're ready, releasing, let the left palm come to the mat outside of your hip and reach up and over through the right side. Root through the right sit bone, reach through the right fingers, taking a couple full rounds of breath. Eventually inhale up through center. Exhale, palms through heart center. We'll meet in tabletop. You can roll forward on the shins or swing the legs around to either side. We'll take a few rounds of cat-cow. With an inhale, drop the belly and lift the heart. With an exhale, rounding through the spine. Inhale for cow. And exhale for cat. Taking a few of these on your own, moving with your breath, inviting in any organic movement that feels welcome. And as you're ready, finding some stillness in your tabletop. With an inhale, we'll reach the right arm to the sky. As you exhale, thread your needle. Reach the right arm under the left, reaching off the left edge of the mat as you set your right shoulder and ear down. Maybe then taking the left hand towards the top of the mat. Taking another breath here. And let it go. If the left hand traveled, bring it back under the shoulder. With an inhale, press the right arm to the sky. As you exhale, plant the palm. Inhale the left arm high. And exhale to thread your needle, reaching under the right arm off the right edge of the mat. So the left shoulder, left ear down. Maybe then reaching the right fingertips forward towards the top of the mat. Taking a breath. If the right palm traveled, bring it back under the shoulder. Inhale to press the left arm high. And exhale to plant your palm. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the heart for cow. And exhale for cat, rounding through the spine. Bringing the forearms down towards the mat. Reaching the hands across for your opposite arms to kind of measure the distance between the elbows. We want a nice stack of your elbows under your shoulders. Before releasing the arms forward into any shape that feels comfortable, whether it's parallel or more towards one another in the center. We'll find a forearm plank, extending the legs to the back of the mat, allowing the hips to drop and be in line with the shoulders. Keep pressing into the palms and into the forearms as you lift through the low belly. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release your belly to the mat, untuck your toes, finding Sphinx pose here as you press into the forearms and pull your heart space forward, pressing into the tops of the feet. Take a full inhale and a full exhale. One more deep breath in and deep breath out. Eventually release the chest to the mat. Bring the palms to hug your upper rib cage. Tuck your toes, squeeze your elbows into the side. Take an inhale to press up through a high or low plank. And exhale the sits bones up and back for your downward facing dog. This might be the first one of the day. It's the first one of the sequence, so keep as much of a softness in the knees as you'd like. We'll take a few rounds of breath here. And then as you're ready, looking to the top of your mat, take a breath in and exhale to step forward towards the top of your mat, finding your forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Reach the crown of the head forward as you lengthen your spine. And exhale to fold. Inhale to rise all the way up to stand, arms reach out and open. And exhale, palms through heart. Inhale to reach up. And exhale to fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Fingertips or palms plant. Step the left foot to the back of the mat, peeling the heel down. We'll find warrior one. Right hip continues to face forward. Left hip might be open towards the left. Inhale the arms into a T. As you exhale, give yourself a hug with the right arm on top. You can stay here or you can move into eagle arms if you'd like, reaching the hands up to the sky and then flipping the left palm forward before reaching that hand for your right hand. Inhale to gently lift the arms up towards the sky, and exhale for humble warrior. Begin to bow over the right leg, letting the torso rest against the thigh. Active through the core, pressing into the left foot. Take a breath. Nice work. Release the arms. Inhale to rise, warrior one. And exhale for pyramid pose. Straighten the right knee and fold over the right leg, maybe reaching for blocks under the palms. We're here for a couple rounds of breath. You might step the left foot forward slightly to shorten your stance. Take a deep breath and stay for the breath out. When you're ready, finding warrior two, inhale to rise all the way up. Stay for the exhale. Flip the right palm, inhale to reverse. Stay for the exhale, straighten the right knee. Sweep the left arm up to meet the right as you flip the right palm. Left hand takes that right wrist. Inhale to reach up and exhale to gently hinge back over that left leg. Micro bend the right knee. Full breath in here. And exhale the hands down to the inside of the right foot for lizard lunge. From here, you're welcome to stay off of the left knee or you're welcome to drop the left knee to the mat. We're gonna pause here in this hip opener for a few rounds of breath. Maybe you find organic movement, shifting forward and back. Take another full breath and let it go. Really nice. As you're ready, tuck the left toes, lift the left knee if it's not already. Step the right foot back to meet the left, holding our high plank for 2 breaths, pressing the mat away. With your next exhale, lifting the sits bones to the sky, downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here. And as you're ready, looking to the top of your mat, take a breath in and exhale to step the feet forward, finding your forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift and exhale to fold. Inhale to rise all the way up to stand. Exhale to cactus the elbows, baby back bend. Inhale to reach up and exhale to fold over the legs. Inhale for your halfway lift. Exhale to fold, stepping the right foot back as we find our warrior one, purely heel down. Left hip faces forward, we inhale to rise. That right hip might hinge open just a little to the right. Take a full breath, open the arms into a T. And exhale to give yourself a hug with the left arm on top. Take a breath. Maybe you move into eagle, reaching the hands high and flipping the right hand forward for the left palm. Inhale to lift the arms high. And exhale for humble warrior, bowing over the left thigh, active core, pressing into that right foot. Full breath. Really nice. Releasing your bind with an inhale, rising up. And exhale for pyramid pose. Straighten the left knee and fold, maybe reaching for blocks. Taking a couple of breaths here. Again, if you'd like to shorten your stance, you can step the right foot forward. And as you're ready, breath in to rise up and open to the right for warrior two. Big breath in. Full breath out. Flip the left palm, inhale to reverse. Stay for the exhale and straighten the left knee. Sweep the right arm to the sky, flip the left palm. Right hand to left wrist, inhale to reach up. And exhale to hinge back over your right leg, softening into the left knee. Full breath. And exhale the hands down to the inside of your left foot, spinning onto right toes and maybe dropping the right knee to the mat. Taking your left foot out and maybe off the mat. Toes might even turn out as you find lizard lunge for a few breaths. Really nice. On your time, you can tuck the right toes if you'd like and lift the right knee, stepping the left foot back to meet the right. Find your high plank. Take a breath in and exhale for downward facing dog. Big inhale here. And exhale your knees to the mat. All right, we're gonna move into dolphin. So untucking your toes here, go ahead and start to lower your forearms towards the mat. And once again, if you'd like to measure the width of your elbows like we did, you're welcome to reach over to the right and left to feel where the arms are, the edge of your bicep. And as you're ready, releasing the arms forward in any position. So it's kind of like down dog, right? From here, we'll start to tuck the toes. Press really firmly into your palms and your forearms and elbows, and then lift the knees off the mat, sending the belly back towards the thighs. You can soften the knees as much as you'd like here. Continue to press strong and firm into the forearms. If this is nice and where you would like to stay, please do. Maybe you start to crawl the feet closer towards the hands. Shifting the hips closer towards the shoulders, maybe the knees soften even more to be kind to the hamstrings. Keep pressing firmly into the forearms. And then maybe they crawl a little closer. Keep pressing. And then eventually knees to the mat, child's pose. Sit the hips back to the heels. Bring the hands, the palms to touch, and then bring them towards the nape of your neck. We'll take a few rounds of breath here. And then eventually release the arms forward. We're going to come to sit on the knees for just a moment. So starting to press the chest up, crawl the hands back. If you've got your block and you would like to, you can bring it between the feet and let it support your sits bones as you bring the hips back. Let's take a moment, rolling out the neck, bring chin to chest, and then maybe shake the head no. Before drawing some half circles, bringing right ear to right shoulder, chin to chest, left ear to left shoulder, taking a couple in both directions. Before completing a circle, taking full neck circles, you don't need to dump back and crunch into the cervical spine, the top of the spine. You just need to lift the chin and third eye space equally, lengthening through all edges of the neck. Once you've taken some in both directions, find stillness and roll the shoulders out. Forward and backward. And then we'll find our way back into dolphin. If you'd like to take this opportunity to move towards a wall and play with kicking up at a wall, you're welcome to do that, but you don't have to. You can just continue to work on feeling comfortable in the arms, maybe even just playing with lifting one foot at a time. So as you're ready, preparing for your dolphin, forearms to the mat, tucking the toes and sending the hips up and back. Pressing firmly into the elbows. And then maybe starting to crawl the feet forward. Maybe you start to lift one leg at a time. You might even lift onto the toes of the foot that's on the mat and just feel what it feels like to shift the hips forward. Switching sides and doing both legs. And when you've had enough, beginning to lower towards your belly. So find your forearm plank and then drop your hips to the mat. Untuck the toes, release the elbows to the right and left, and then let your forehead come down to touch for crocodile pose. And then on your time, bringing the palms under the shoulders, tucking the toes and pressing up through tabletop. Back into fire toes, sending the hips back towards the heels. Maybe crawling the hands back towards the knees. Maybe rising up to sit on your toes for just a couple moments before lifting the hips and coming to kneel on the knees, maybe patting out the tops of the feet. And then we're going to take one last round of dolphin. And if you'd like to kick up once more, you can. Bringing the forearms back towards the mat. And lifting the hips when you're ready. Taking whatever variation serves you. Maybe you're just playing with kicking up. Make sure you try with both legs. And when you're done, child's pose once again, knees to the mat, hips to heels. Maybe you stack the forearms for a little pillow for your forehead to come down to. Take a full breath and let it go. 3 more like that. As you're ready, slowly beginning to reach the arms forward and then coming up into tabletop before swinging the legs around to either side and finding your way into a seat. From here, we're going to inhale the arms to the sky and exhale, bringing the palms towards the low back, stacking right on top of left. You might even reach for the wrist, or if this isn't enough and you want, you can go ahead and interlace the fingers, pressing the palms together. Inhale to lift the heart up to the sky, and exhale to fold over your legs. The hands don't have to leave the low back unless you want them to. They might start to lift up and overhead, or maybe you just release your bind altogether. Eventually, inhale to rise, release the bind, arms high. And exhale, palms through heart center. Inhaling to reach the arms up and overhead. And exhaling, palm towards the low back, this time left palm on top of right. Or interlacing the fingers with the opposite thumb on top. Inhale to lift the heart, roll the shoulders down and back. And exhale to fold over the legs. Inhale to rise up to your seat, release your bind. Switch the cross of your legs, and we'll take a different variation on the other side. Inhaling the arms up to the sky. Exhale to cactus. Inhale to reach. Exhale, palms to heart center. Opening the arms into a T. You can either hug yourself like we did earlier with the right arm on top, or you can move into your eagle arms if you'd like. Inhale to gently lift the arms to the sky, and exhale to fold over your legs. You're welcome to round through the upper back here and send your breath there between the shoulder blades. Release, inhale to unwind and reach up. Exhale, palms to heart center. Opening the arms into a T, and then giving yourself a hug with your left arm on top or moving into eagle arms. Inhaling to gently lift the arms to the sky, and exhale to fold over the legs. Taking a few breaths here. As you're ready, rising up, release your bind, arms to the sky, and exhale, hands to heart center. We'll find a little bit of core work to complete our practice together today. So we'll move into just a round of high boat crunches rather. So finding your way to your sits bones, finding balance, maybe lifting the feet, maybe the hands as well. You can stay here in high boat, or you can inhale at the top and exhale to lower to low boat, extending the legs, let the heels hover, shoulders hover over the mat. Inhale to crunch it up. Exhale to lower. Inhale to crunch. Exhale to lower. Taking as many of these as you'd like. I'll take 3 more. And eventually lowering all the way to your back. Sweep the arms over your head, take a deep breath in. And exhale to hug the knees into chest, give yourself a squeeze. Before moving into happy baby. Reaching hands for feet, pulling the knees down towards your side body, maybe finding a little bit of rocking motion side to side. And then as you're ready, you're welcome to find a comfortable position on your back to rest in, or maybe finding your way to your seat. Just like the last video, we'll take a few moments of just integration, pause here to come back to your breath, acknowledge yourself, express gratitude for yourself and your choice to show up today. And just allowing yourself to be in your body for these final moments. You're welcome to stay here as long as you'd like, maybe even pausing the video to rest longer. When you're ready, inviting movement and breath back to the body, finding your way to a comfortable seat, softening the face, the jaw, the neck, the shoulders, maybe bringing the hands to rest on the heart space. Thanking yourself for maybe showing up and trying something new or something that felt challenging or maybe was perceived as challenging. We'll take our last breath together. Full inhale and full exhale. Thank you so much, yogis, for showing up today. I hope to see you again in the next video for day 4 of a balanced series. Again, my name is Micaela. Thanks again.